Gorley of Ashley Horse Training. I'm a Happy Horse, Happy Life instructor and mentor. I'm here today with my horse Paris, and we're going to show you how to teach your horse the emergency stop or a maxi bend. So I'm first going to teach her how to bend her nose around to where my foot would be on the ground. And I'm going to use a bridle because that's what I would use when I'm on her. But if you ride in a halter or bitless bridle, then you're going to want to practice on the ground in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate what it would be like if I was on her back. So I'm going to stand, I'm going to turn her first actually so you guys can see. I'm going to stand where I would be if I was riding. And I'm going to hold the end of my reins here, like on the buckle. This had a buckle. I'm going to run my hand down so she can smoothly feel, and I'm gently bending her head around. Now it's important that I don't force her. I want to teach her to bend, not force her. This is a very vulnerable position for a prey animal to be in because I'm taking away her ability to run forward. And that's why it works as an emergency stop. They can spin when their nose is back here, but they can't run forward. So again, remember, you're teaching your horse. Don't force your horse. The goal here is that you can teach your horse to bend and relax. And you can see she's got some tension. She's chewing on the bit. I think that's from her days as a racehorse, but we're working on that. And as she truly relaxes, you will see that start to go away. So I'm going to turn her just so you guys can see. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm holding the middle of my reins. I'm going to run this hand down and just close my fingers softly. I don't want to yank her around. Just teaching her to follow that feel. I'm going to stick with her here. Not pulling harder. There. Oh, stick with her. I'm not going to pull harder. I'm just going to hold and wait. Oh, there. Good girl. So I was waiting until she put the slack in the rein there. So now I'm going to go ahead and get on, and I'm going to do the same thing on her back. I'm going to hold, well, put the pressure on softly. I'm going to hold and wait until she puts the slack in the line. Now, of course, in an emergency, you would have to run your hand down and take pretty quickly. But when you're teaching your horse, and you should do that first, you want to be soft and help them find the right answer. Now I'm going to show you how to teach your horse the emergency stop from their back. So again, I'm not going to run my hand down and yank her around. I'm going to teach her to follow that feel. I'm going to hold here in the middle, run my hand down, and I'm going to softly close my fingers. I'm kind of meeting the point of resistance and then just holding. And my body is doing nothing. There we go, really nice. My body is doing nothing because I don't want to give her energy to move. This should be just a flexion or a bend of her neck. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Run my hand down. I'm softly closing my fingers. I'm going to meet the point of resistance and then just hold. And she's more flexible on the right side, so she will probably come around farther on this side. I'll have to keep pecking away at the left. But the worst thing you could do is when you meet the point of resistance to pull harder, because the horse is telling you they can't bend. Either mentally they can't or physically. If you see them come around for a treat or to scratch, that means they can physically bend. They might just have a mental brace against that pressure. So she still hasn't put slack there. That was good. I was waiting for her to put slack in the rein. I'm going to go again on this side. So lift my hand in the middle, run my hand down, close my fingers softly, one at a time. I'm going to meet the point of resistance. I'm going to hold and wait for her to put slack in my rein. And my body is just doing nothing, just relaxed. I like to use rope reins for this exercise because I can be fluid when I run my hand down, but you could do this with any rein, it doesn't matter. There, good girl. So that's how I teach my horse the emergency stop. It's also called a one rein stop or a maxi bend. And what you're doing is asking the horse's nose to come around and touch your toe. But if you've never done that before, it won't be available to you in an emergency. If you've taught your horse that rein position and how to bend and yield to that, you'll be able to use it when you feel like your horse is getting tense and you'd like to bend them to a stop and get off. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you soon.